What's going on, guys? Alright, I figured I'd do a first impression of this new Pharaoh RDA I just got in. It's treating me pretty good so far. I like it. I literally got this about an hour ago. Once again, the post office screwed up my delivery, and I had to go pick it up at the post office. I don't know why it keeps happening to me. I don't know if you guys have similar experiences, but holy crap. Seems like every package I get, I got to call them or figure out how to get it because they screw it up somehow. It's insane. But I'm a little bit late to the party on this one. I waited till the price dropped a bit. I got this for, I think, like $24 from GearBest, which took forever, like probably I think about 2 weeks to get in. Just insane. But I've barely broken in the cotton. I've been running it for maybe a half an hour, and it's been pretty good so far. I filled it up once after I wicked it, and I just filled it up again while I was doing the video this last time. But unfortunately my mom called, so I had to answer that call. But now I'm back. But second video means I'm probably going to cough a lot. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this thing so far. I've got a, I'll show you the build here in a sec, but I got some Lightning Vapes fused Clapton in here. It's a 24 gauge wrapped. It's dual 224. It's fused Clapton wrapped with 28, I think. Or I'm sorry, 32. And I did 10 or 11 wraps around a 3.5 millimeter dowel. It's working really well. So anyway, it's ohmed out at 0.66. I'm using my one of my boxes that I build here. It's a what I call the 80%er. I used to call it the 70%er, but I was wrong. It puts out 7.4 constant until the batteries can't keep up, which is cool because your battery's more consistent throughout more of the vape, which is what I like about it. So with a straight series box, pretty much as soon as your battery starts to drop, it's going down. Yeah, so this thing off, I'll show you my build. So I can't believe the Rip Tripper didn't put a conical top cap on here. That's all he talks about. That's all he ever talks about is conical top caps. But, you know, it's working pretty good still. Here's my build, just as I described. Got the wicks in there. Got the juice port thing wide open because that's the way it wicks better, everyone says. It seems like even though this is only the second time I've filled it, it seems as though it's been wicking the whole thing till it's dry, which is cool. I know you can refill it with the top on, you just kind of tilt it, but until I get to know this thing better, I'm just going to kind of fill it up. Right like that. On the other side, put a little more in. There we go. And that's completely full, which is pretty easy to do. The threads are not the best. They're definitely not the worst that I've had. Ah, stop fighting with me, sunlight. Alright. The airflow settings, you can completely close it off if you want. You can go to one hole, 2 holes, then all the way open, which is 3 holes. Just like that. This thing is getting a little bit juicy around the edges where it meets up. It's probably going to get more juicy when I start to drip in through the top, but we'll see. Put it back on. I am using it how Rip said to, with the air holes pointing away from you. I'm getting a good amount of spit back. It's nothing crazy. It definitely goes away a little bit as it gets a little bit lower in juice. And it also could be my build. I mean, there's so many different variables. Got some cold snap from last year. Tasty. It's getting to be that time. As you can see, the leaves are turning behind me. But so far it's a pretty good vape. You know, like I said, I'm at relatively low wattage for me. I'm usually up over 100. At 0.66, that battery life should be great. I think I'm only pulling about 10 amps. I did the math about 15 minutes ago, so I don't remember exactly, but pulling about 10 amps, so these batteries should last a good long time. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't usually buy black. I usually like to go with stainless, but this looks pretty killer on this mod. Oh, there we go again. It's light, man. It's getting a little bit later in the day. Sun's starting to go down. It's beyond the trees now on this side, so it's kind of weird lighting situation with the trees being lit up behind me but not in front of me. But if you guys have any questions about it, I'm going to keep using it. I may do a full review on it. I may not. Given my track record lately, probably not going to happen, but I've just been enjoying this thing so far for an hour. I do like the idea of it. I do like doing a big single coil. The deck is like ridiculously easy to build on. As you saw, the big wings in there, I didn't describe it when I opened it, but I'm sure you've seen a video on this already. The big wings just kind of come up, and you can just put your leads in on either side, right through the side. And clamp it down, and it clamps down good and tight too. I was tweaking on and pulling on the coil, and they didn't budge at all. And I was kind of surprised, honestly. The flavor it's really good. Everybody said it's really good, and they weren't hyping it up this time. The O-ring on the bottom for the top section to the base is a little janky. I think it will probably fail after not a crazy long time. I think I got 2 spares, so that should work out pretty good. I think it'd be pretty easy to upgrade that O-ring. Yeah, it's a good vape. I kind of like it. I'm not getting the 30 Rip Trippers pulls. Definitely not, but I'm probably getting about 20. It's definitely longer than a normal dripper. Yeah, I would have already re-dripped by now if I was using a normal one. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, guys. I mean, it's pretty good. If you're looking for a new dripper that's something a little bit different, if you want to do some, I mean, you could put a gigantic coil in here, huge. You could probably do a 5mm coil if you wanted to. Although then your wicks might take up a little bit too much space, but you could do an enormous. I got at least 3mm on either side of this coil, which is probably outside diameter somewhere around 5mm. It's a good vape. It's a good vape. I'm going to keep on rambling on because I don't do too many of these videos and I don't get time to. So I will not be offended if you've already stopped watching or if you want to. I just finished the other day redoing a dresser for my coming daughter. She thought we having a daughter here in December. Pretty pumped on that. Trying to get ready for all that. Been painting stuff pink, which is ridiculous for me. What else? The gunnery audio that I talked about in the last video I showed you guys, that's coming online here relatively soon. I worked out the final design that I'm going with. I'm going to go a little bit. So there's a lot of, there's like 2 or 3 other people that make ammo can Bluetooth speakers out there. Mine's going to be a little bit simpler, a little bit easier, you know, just kind of one switch to turn it on. And the volume's just done straight through your phone and all that. Like, there's no need. I don't find a need to have a volume on it. I'm also not going to do an external antenna. The range won't be quite as good, but it'll look a lot cleaner. And you don't have to worry about breaking an antenna off or anything like that. You can just bang it around, you know. Yeah, still doing mod building. I'm still designing different mods and battery sleds. If you have anything crazy you've been thinking about building, you can get a hold of me and I can design something up for you. I'm on, I got a few things on Shapeways now. It's if you search Smitty Vapes, it'll come up. But if you search Smitty CG, it'll also come up with all my stuff. That's my store. But yeah, crazy busy. Crazy. Get ready for the fall. Now I got a ton of lawn work to do. But yeah, I mean, the prices come down on this thing quite a lot. I think when it first came out, it was like $40 or $45, which is, I don't think this thing's worth $45 or even $40. The $30 mark, okay. If you can find it for less, I think you're doing pretty good. Like I said, I think I paid about $20 to $24 for this. And that's a pretty solid value. That's a good price. That's where I'd put this thing, honestly, because it's definitely different. It's got some new stuff we haven't seen before, or not much of anyway, as far as the build deck and as far as having the airflow on one side and also being kind of catered to a large single coil. And some of the advantages you get to a large single coil is that you get a higher resistance, you will get better battery life, A, because it's higher resistance, B, because you're only running one coil, so you don't have to hit it as hard. I'm definitely getting a solid vape from this. It's nice and warm. It's on par with most dual coils that I use, and it's higher resistance, so it's pretty good. I don't know many drippers that I could talk to you guys on for about 15 minutes and fill it up once. I mean, that's something to be said right there. It's probably, if I was to guess, I'm probably about halfway done with the juice right now. Screw it, I'll keep rambling until this thing needs juice again. How's that? What else could I say about it? Dude, I love this box. This is my own design. It actually uses an ego board to regulate via PWM, which is pulse width modulation. So pretty much it pulses the MOSFET that's sitting right there to get a regulated output. And the battery life on, I find myself on a PWM box, the battery life is much better because it's hitting the battery like this. It's as if you were hitting this button 1,000 times in a second. This one's non-adjustable. It's regulated at 7.4. But on an adjustable one, even still, you're not adjusting the amount of times that it fires a mod, or that it fires the atomizer. You're simply adjusting how long the duration is between each fire. So a lot of people will say, oh, I don't like the PWM buzz, or I think it's rattlesnakes. If you get a high frequency PWM, you might hear a buzz, but you will never be able to feel a rattlesnake. This is actually a board out of an Ego, which is pretty cool. I designed this this switch to work with it, and I 3D printed it myself. I might put that up on Shapeways too. It's kind of cool. I don't know if some of you guys know this, but I actually have a website called SmittyVapes.com, and I sell different parts and pieces to make mods. I do have a kit on there, which is this box, the same battery sled that I showed you, which is a Keystone. This is the best way to go, honestly, if you're going with a parallel or series, a 2 18650 box mod. The Keystone sleds are unbreakable. But yeah, it's a kit that I sell that you can do either a parallel mod or a series mod. This thing's still going. So I'm still going. Screw it. Yeah, if anybody's been interested into getting into building their own box and you have some questions, feel free to get a hold of me. My email's right through YouTube. You can get a hold of me. You can get a hold of me through my website as well. I've been doing it for probably 3 years. I've been building my own boxes. I've done DNA 200s. I've done PWM. I've done some smart PWM, which makes it a lot easier. That's my buddy Mark. He designs his own PWM boards and sells them on a site called Voltrove, VOLTROVE.com. And his boards actually make it quite a bit easier to make a PWM box. You could take the parts from my kit and basically just add in his, and you'd have a nice parallel or series PWM box. I think we're getting there. If you stuck around this long, you're a freaking trooper. What do you know? I'm not gonna be like Rip and do like 30 hits in a row. That's insane. I'd be coughing my ass off. Oh, let me talk about this real quick. I don't have the actual bottle up here right now, but a new company that I've been using their juice a lot, and it's stupid cheap. I mean, they have a promotion out. I'm pretty sure it's still out. The coupon code is FRIEND. It's called Fuggin E-Juice, Fuggin, I think. And dude, you get 620 mils for $60. You cannot beat that deal at all. You can't beat it. I mean, they're the cheapest company out there. Now, I did get a bunch of different flavors from them initially, and the only one I really liked was called Cereal Vapist. And I literally did the same deal again, and I got 6 of Cereal Vapist, because it's delicious. It's, I think, like 5 or 6 different cereals all mixed into one. I mostly get Fruit Loops. It tastes like Fruit Loops mixed with marshmallow, and it's insane. It's really good. But that's the only one I liked, honestly. That's the only one I've really wanted to reorder. But I reordered a ton of it. And I've gone through, I think, 2 or 3 bottles now. And it's been consistent. Every bottle has been exactly the same, which is huge. Because as you guys know with these budget companies, a lot of times their stuff's just hit or miss. I stopped using Mexos because they got rid of the 70-30 option, which in my opinion has just superior flavor. There we go, second video, and I've been going for 20 minutes. Yeah, so Mexos, I was getting some, it was really good. It was really good for a long time, but then I was getting some inconsistencies. Some juice tasted great, some juice was kind of weak in the flavor department. So pretty much I've been using Fuggin', and I've been using You Got E-Juice. That's the only 2 that I order from right now. I did order something today. I got a deal. It was a BOGO deal on like the vape shop or something like that. I'll see if I can post it in the description. But there's 2 120 mils for $24 shipped, $25 shipped, which is pretty good. So whenever I see something like that, I try it. Why not? I think we're getting down there, but it's still hitting good. Yeah, I'm going to say it. You know, I can tell pretty quickly if I'm going to like something or not. That O-ring will probably fail on me. I have a pretty good feeling that that O-ring will fail. It's, I think, the only O-ring, which is cool. But it's pretty weak, and it's pretty small, and it's already deformed a little bit. Granted, I am going to side fill this next time. But, and that'll cut down on the amount of times that I open and close it. So that'll make the life better. But as of right now, that's the only detracting factor I can find for this RDA. It's not a cloud chaser though. I mean, it's not putting out like an F ton of vapor. It's doing plenty of vapor. It's making me happy. It's relatively quiet. It's not making any whistling noises. It does kind of like a weird gurgly noise. I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not. Or it's my cell phone right now, honestly. But just with the weather so nice, I can't do this inside. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. That's cached. Alright, guys. So that's how long it lasts. I was vaping that quite a bit. I wouldn't say I was chain vaping, but significantly longer than a normal RDA. I'll say that. I like it. I'll catch you guys later. Hope you liked the video. If you stuck around, awesome.